So digging in, Victor Scott. One down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. McMahon snags it for the second out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. 2 outs. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 3.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Redbirds down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, and now Ryan McMahon. That one ripped, and it stays fair. And that rolls into the corner, makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the 5th.
Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. And the pitch.
That's a ball.
You know, these Yankees digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there. And I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a cold ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Yankees up by 3. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Oh, he throws it away.
The right fielder, number 99.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, the guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head. But I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty, it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And Judge spoils that one.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Now the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. McMahon on second. Bellinger on at first with 2 down. Ripped to third. Rolls across the diamond, and they take care of Stanton for the out. That's the inning. Yanks strand a pair, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and here's the first baseman, Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Makes the catch for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Gorman. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Kevin Castro preparing to come on if needed. Hill also getting ready. Left-hand hitter waits. Up the middle, Rosario sends it to first, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Ivan Herrera.
2 outs, base is empty. Ivan Herrera, the next to hit. Popped up. Chisholm in position. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Yankees 3 and the Cardinals nothing. On the mound now, Kyle Leahy.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
And now the first baseman
for the Yankees, the first baseman, Ben Wright.
The wind of the pitch. And it's fouled away. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That missed by a lot. 3-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. To first, might be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. First baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. And another ball. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Kevin Castro. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now it's going to be Ramon Urias.
The third baseman, Ramon Urias.
Here comes a pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Two now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, you can drop it in below the zone like that. It's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching run.
Here's the second baseman, Thomas Sajazi. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
He's been swinging it really well lately. The pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. His July and August splits there. And here it comes. That one fouled off. And a pitch. Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Grisham gets it back in quickly, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Nice line drive to that whole side, met it out front, and just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. Now let's see if they can string something together and make it a little more interesting.
And up next for St. Louis, Nelson Velasquez.
All eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
With the tying run at the plate, you're in game one of this three-game set. Throw to first. And now 2 gone. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a real good sign.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Tim Hill.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Victor Scott. Hard liner. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So the Cards strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hit in the air, center field. Scott settles under it. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Ryan.
So up next, Ryan McMahon.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Popped up. Sajazi drifts towards it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Ahmed.
Stepping in, Ahmed Rosario. Clips the corner. Now 1-2.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
And a swing and a miss. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Yanks held in check, but they lead at 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th. Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. The Cards in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Ball to strike. The pitch. And a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. David Bednar getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cruz getting cranked up as well. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson. The Redbirds trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a
The pitcher on here, Camilo Doval.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing the work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the ball.
Next is the designated hitter, Nolan Gorman. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Breaking ball, and that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And at first, and the batter now, Ivan Herrera. 2 outs. This to third. McMahon tosses to first, and the inning is over. So 1 left for the Cardinals, still down 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kyle Nicholas.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
Bellinger up to hit.
For the Yankees, the left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Way out front for strike 2.
2-2, now.
Got him looking, and that's the first out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground, out to short. Sends it across to first. Judge out on the play.
Now the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
2 outs, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Bounced up the middle, and that one finds its way through.
Everything came together for him. Really nice job staying up the middle of his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And here's the first baseman. Popped up left side, under it. Corrals it. That is the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Ninth inning coming up. Yankees 3 and the Cardinals nothing. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, David Bednar.
50th time he's come into a game this year. He's been relied on out of the pen quite a bit.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kicks and deals. And it skips into dirt. Line drive, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Now second base.
And up next for St. Louis, Thomas and Jay-Z. The 1-1. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. And a pitch. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it up front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And the batter now, Jordan Walker. And for a strike, full count now.
Well, that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation running on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll it to a double play.
Line drive. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Now a chance for Nelson Velasquez. Urias, the lead runner out at second. Walker at first. 1 gone.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And another ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. one out of here. His 14th of the year, and they tie it up. It's 3-3. You can sense it inside the stadium. These fans are devastated.
Up in the zone, even if they're borderline strikes, at this level, typically are hit a long way.
New pitcher on now, Jake Bird.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Victor Scott. That one catches the corner. Already 3 runs across in the frame here at the top of the 9th. Line drive. That's a fair ball inside third.
Always feels amazing getting a job done where the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Now here is Mason Wynn.
Yep, that ball went out.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Hit in the air, right field. Judge is under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. In there. He's safe.
The batter, the first baseman, Alec Burleson.
And now the first baseman, Alec Burleson. Right-handed reliever. A little bit low. Rips that one to right. Take the lead. It's 5-3.
Nothing better than hitting a home run and put your team out in front. He's enjoying a fun trip around the bases. Great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
So 2 down. Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. That one the other way. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher.
And here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that one fouled off. Two outs. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 5-3. Major League Baseball is on the show. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, JoJo Romero.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Here's the center fielder, Trent Grisham. Line and pitch. Late swing, foul to the left. The Yankees looking to rally. That's towards center. Scott makes the grab, one down.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz.
He's 2 outs away. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. One down, base is empty. Hard hit, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Now the catcher, Austin Wells.
So last chance for the Yankees. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. This one high in the air to left center. Velasquez on his way over. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals take game 1 of the series on the road.
All game, this team had to battle with that 10th man. Those fans making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down. They were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well. Just a very well executed ball game.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the New York Yankees. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the pillars of this lineup, and when you have a guy like that that's so consistent and so productive, you want to make sure you can do whatever you can to get him to the plate. Get him as many at-bats as you can in a ball game. If you do that, you got a really good chance of scoring a lot of runs. Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitter.
Here's the Cardinals lineup now. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense is in the bottom 1/3 of the league in runs scored.
Boog, it becomes extremely frustrating, and then what happens is guys press, especially in run scoring opportunities and situations. And on top of that, I mean, you really make it harder on your pitcher. He feels like he's got to be perfect to go out there and win a ball game, or at least to put the team in a position to win a ball game. So they've got to figure out a way to relax, get those runners across when they have them on, and especially when they're in scoring position. It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Next one is off the plate, and it's 3-2. Line to left, and that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Goes down looking. Redbirds down quietly, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Back after this on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, and pitching here today, Matthew Liberatore.
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in is the speedy Ahmed Rosario. And that's off the inside edge. Counts full, 3-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That's to third. Gorman fires across the diamond. One gone, bottom half of the first. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
One out, base is empty. Snakes through that one. It's a strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Yanks held in check. Scoreless after 1. Back at Yankee Stadium, here's Nolan Gorman.
The third baseman, number 16, Nolan Gorman.
The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. Two and 2. Lifted in the air, out to left. Bellinger makes the grab, 1 down.
The left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Singing when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. That misses the zone. 2-1. No score here in the second. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Sliced hard but foul. And it's even up.
2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Pitch misses, and the count's full. And the right-hander deals. Backs and misses. It's a strikeout. And down in order go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in New York now, here's Giancarlo Stanton.
The center fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
The wind of the pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. pitch
Ball, that's off the
misses,
plate.
and the count is even 2-2.
It's a good take.
Just off the inside corner, and that's ball 3. And that one hit to first. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing phase.
Now the 2-1. Fouled off. He was late. Stanton aboard here at first with nobody out. Next pitch is outside. Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holiday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity. 2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive in the center field. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 on, 1 out. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Inside, just missed. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the second game of the series. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Anthony Volpe on the ground to third, and they put the tag on him for the out. So they strand a pair. We head on down to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Ramon Urias. Late with the swing there.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Judge makes the grab, 1 away.
The right fielder, number 18.
Now it's going to be Jordan Walker. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. Foul ball there. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. He notches strikeout number 150 this season.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Ryan Torres now at the plate. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. And we are still scoreless. Back for more from the Bronx. Set for the bottom of the third. And now the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. On the strike, the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And the pitch. Popped up. Gorman settles underneath it. And there's one away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Ahmed Rosario stepping in now for the Yankees. One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. That one 95 to finish him off.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow just hangs onto that edge and knocks down the pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Burleson. He takes it on his own, and the Yanks go quietly. So the Yanks go in order. Still no score. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, here's a speed threat, Victor Scott. A wind and a pitch. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Got him. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Good eye in that spot. And a foul ball. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
So up next, Alec Burleson. That misses. Ball two. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Here comes a pitch. Line drive. Judge pulls that one down, and that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, and we're still knotted at 0. Back in the Bronx, John Chami and Chris Singleton with you, and leading off the bottom of the fourth, Aaron Judge. And a pitch. That one fouled off. The lefty fires.
Ball, that's out.
That one misses, and it's a full count. Fly ball down the line. This has got a chance, and it is foul.
No, good solid contact right there, just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Sends it to first. Judge out on the play.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder,
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
Well, he's been having a great year this year and hitting home runs at a good clip, and the matchup is very favorable.
One down, base is empty. Got him. And that quickly, 2 away.
Now batting, the designated
And now Randall Grichuk. 2 down, nobody on. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. Out to short. Rolls across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Yanks held in check. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. The pitch.
Ball.
You know, these Cards showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay off soon.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
And I think they're in a good spot thanks to their pitching, but no one would be shocked if this offense strings something together to take the lead.
Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting, catcher.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. That's towards center. That one gets down for a hit. Nootbaar around second, headed for third. And he's got a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop-out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here is Ramon Urias. Two on, 1 out. Bounce to third. Rosario throws to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Now batting, right fielder, Jordan.
And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. On the ground, out to short. Sends it across to first, and that is the inning. So the Cards strand a couple halfway through this one. Still no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the pitch. Popped up. He's got it. 1 down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he's going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Right side. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. That's down and in. A slider missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Wells, the base runner at first with 1 out. Roll to short, could be 2. 1 at second, and that's 2.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play, gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
Back back in New York. Top 6. Now at the plate, Brian Torres. Next offering misses down and away. Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Victor Scott, the next to hit. 0-1 is cut on and missed the pitch upstairs. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
That wasn't even close. You know, sometimes a guy will barely miss the zone and hit someone, but right there, he completely lost the handle, and that's when it gets a little scary.
Ball to strike. Here goes the runner. Center field. Drops into the glove. Throw over to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. No score. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. And here's Paul Goldschmidt.
The first baseman.
Pitch.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The flip to the pitcher covering, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Up next, the third baseman.
So the batting order turns over. Ahmed Rosario stepping in now for the Yankees. One burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now back. The left field. Cody
Bellinger up to hit.
Bellinger.
And now the lefty. Base hit right field. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Aaron Judge at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Win, toss to second, and that's 2. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. And we still have no score. Back at Yankee Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th. And now here is Alec Burleson. And another ball.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter.
There's a swing and a drive. That one is gone. Home run number 20 on the year, and that gives him the lead. It's 1-0. Siggy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Gorman. Next offering is outside.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 2-1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bellinger calls it in, and there's one away.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. One down, base is empty. Not even close there, and it's 2-1. And that one is lifted in the air. And there are two down. Now up for St. Louis, Ivan Herrera. One run across in the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. That one down the line, and a base hit right there.
Everything came together for him. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 31 will depart, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, De Los Santos.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Runner at first with 2 away. Here's the Cardinal DH, Ramon Urias. Breaking ball through there for a strike. The 1-2. That's hard hit in the line. Calls it in to end the inning. One for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Riley O'Brien.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And that one fouled off.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Whips it to first on the run, and they get the out.
You expect to see shortstops make great plays, and it's especially important in a big moment like that. Nicely done.
In now is the Yankees DH, Randall Grichuk. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now the second
Jazz Chisholm Jr. will hit next. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the 2nd game of the series. And a 1-1. And that's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
2 outs, runner at first. Ground ball right side, and he picks it up in foul territory.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything.
Runner takes off. There's a ball. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
So the tying run at second. That's down and in. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous. The thing up or take the lead. In the air to left down the line. Nootbaar moves under it. And that's the inning. One left for the Yankees. They still trail 1-0. We're at the top of the 8th. Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker. On a line, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So digging in, Ryan Torres. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. The pitch. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Stanton makes the play. One away. Back to the top of the lineup. And now the center fielder, Victor Scott. De Los Santos checks on first. Walker back on a dive. That to right. Judge is there. Nabs it. And there's 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Kicks and deals. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And that is that. So 1 left for the Cardinals, but they lead it 1-0. New arm of the mound for the Cardinals, Ryan Stanton.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Anthony Volpe getting ready to hit. On the ground right side. Torres handles. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The batter, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. And another ball. That one misses. And the count is 3-1. Ahmed Rosario in the on-deck circle. Goldie swings and hammers one deep to left. Nootbaar going back on this one. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Hey man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though
this one high and deep, way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Nothing doing here this half. Through 8 full, it's the Cardinals 1 and the Yankees nothing. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Tim Hill.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Well, 1-run game, and here's the first baseman, Alec Burleson. center. That's well struck. And out of here. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Nolan Gorman. And a pitch. And the slider just misses. Here's a 2-1. And another ball. Movement in the Yankees pen. Jake Bird getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Castro getting loose as well. Pitches in there. And that's strike 2. Nobody on, nobody out. You're at the top of the ninth. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. And that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Now a screamer into the outfield. Bellinger right there to make the grab. Runner tags at second. Now he decides against it, and he's back in at second.
Catcher, Ivan Herrera.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Ivan Herrera. Man at second. And another ball.
2 strikes.
And he deals. Down the left field line. Could be extra bases. Around third. Throws to second. The tag out. But a run does come in to score. 2 outs, base is empty. And next is the designated hitter, Ramon Urias. The 1-1 is fouled off. The pitch. It's softly on the ground to third. Rosario. Over to first, and the inning is over. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, no one left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Yankees nothing. New pitcher for the Cardinals, JoJo Romero.
Comes on looking for his 35th save of the season, and that's a pretty big number. Definitely one of the better closers in the sport this year.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. The count 2-1. Foul ball. The Yankees looking to rally. Kicks and fires. That one just misses.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
That one the other way. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
The 1-1 is fouled off. ball still a 1-2 count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That one missed.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
And here it comes. That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2. And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Bellinger stands at first with 1 out. And now 2-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch. Give up the leadoff single, back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
So they're down to their final out. And up next for New York, Randall Grichuk. The Cardinals leading by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Back to the mound. It hit him. And they get the out after the ricochet. And that is the ball game.
This is why they turn to him to close out games. He's so reliable in these spots, and he just proved it for the 35th time this season. Nice job getting it done out of the pen.
A shutout in this one. 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Our final.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the New York Yankees. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the St. Louis Cardinals have taken the first 2 games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Max Fried. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Now up for St. Louis, Victor Scott. That one finds the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Caballero hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. An important piece, but a guy that's been struggling a little bit. They're DH in this one. Nelson Velasquez.
Well, over his last 10 games, just 4 hits, Boog. That's a lot of nights with an 0 for driving back to the house. I mean, that's a tough one to kind of sleep on, and he'll figure that things are going to turn around. But with that said, he's a big leaguer. That's what you have to do. You have to make mental adjustments as well as physical. So, trust he's going to stay focused. He's going to start putting together some quality at-bats, and things will get back on track.
Why to kick the pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out. And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. And that one off the outside edge. And a pitch. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Left field. Bellinger makes the catch. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, and on the hill in this one, Michael McGreevy. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average. Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
2-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And he deals. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
1 out, base is empty. Pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. 2 outs, base is empty. Aaron Judge now got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, and here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports.
2 balls.
Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup using MLB The Show.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Second inning here, no score. Now
2
one
balls,
missed.
1 strike.
Pitch. Fastball for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Kicks and deals. And he chases that one. And now 2 gone.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the Cardinal DH, Nelson Velasquez.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. And another ball.
2-2 is down.
And that one almost got him. 2 outs, base is empty. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now a great back and forth, and that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Next to hit, Lars Nootbaar. And he can't come up with it. But he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. So 1 left for the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one, it's a strikeout.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Now it's the rookie first baseman. Way inside. And the right-hander deals. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. He doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Two down, nobody on. And another ball.
2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the Yanks go in order. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back in the Bronx, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Sajazi, the 2-1. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Walker next up for the Cardinals. Ball to strike. That one ripped. Grisham going back. Stretches out and hauls it in. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to 3rd with 1 away.
I'll tell you what, this is a really cool feeling when you can make that kind of catch over the shoulder. Doesn't happen very often. It's not easy, but he made it look easy right there. Nice job.
Back to the top of the lineup, Victor Scott, the next to hit. And here comes. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. No score here, but a runner at 3rd with 1 down. And ball 4. 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Run around the move. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
And that one fouled off. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The pitch. And another ball. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 on, 1 out. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. 2 on, 2 outs. And the count 1-2. And the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Sajazi on third. Scott on at second with 2 down. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. At the belt and fires. Lifted in the air out to left. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. So the Cards strand a couple, still no score. Back at Yankee Stadium, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the righty deals. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A gigantic blast. Homer number 25 on the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now Austin Wells. The pitch. On the ground. And foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Righty delivers. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, it was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And that's in the dirt. Here comes a pitch. Out to short. Slings it across, and there are 2 outs. You gotta be kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
Two outs.
2-2 count.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back for more from the Bronx. John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Ivan Herrera. And a pitch. And that one popped to short. Caballero drifts towards it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Ramon Urias. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. That's to third. And it gets by him.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now up for St. Louis, Nelson Velasquez. And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Now Lars Nootbaar. 2 on, 1 out. And another ball
at the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
And now the lefty. And fouled off. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Next pitch is downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Thomas Sajazi up next for the Cardinals. Lined into right. And it gets down for a base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. That one not close. And a count 2-1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And there's a ball.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
And a pitch. On the ground to first. Could be 2. To second, there's 1. Got it. The double play cuts down the potential tying run.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Here in New York, ready to go. Bottom of 4. Here comes Cody Bellinger.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
That was a productive at-bat. You know you're doing something right. Anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs, even if it's still kind of early in the game.
And now the first baseman. And another ball. Up and in, 3-1.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
We got a full count.
Righty to the plate. Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And next for New York, Trent Grisham. Left-hand batter waits. And a swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Bellinger, the runner at third. Judge at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back in the Bronx, we go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Kevin Castro preparing to come on if needed. Bird warming up as well. 1-2 now. Ripped to short. Jump throw. Awesome play there. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's a speed threat, Victor Scott. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Now batting.
So up next, Mason Wynn. The pitch. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Kicks and fires. Runner on the go. Ball outside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Two down.
Count full.
Now, the next pitch he throws will be pitch number 100 as he tries to battle through a tough situation here in the fifth.
Alec Burleson in the St. Louis on deck circle. Man at second. High fly ball, right field. Judge is there. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. He's in there.
Now the first baseman, Alec Burleson.
And here is Alec Burleson. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs. Obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. To the right side, Chisholm. And that is the inning. So they've been held scoreless through 5. Yankees 1 and the Cardinals nothing. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And he deals. A little out front there as he swings through.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A massive home run, and they add to their lead. It's 2-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. The pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the batsman carried it out of here.
So digging in, Ryan McMahon. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. Good job to fight that one off. 2-2. And down on strikes. 2 away. Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jose Caballero. Swing and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together for him. Nice line drive on the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Headed down the line. Nootbaar on the move. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Solo homer extends the Yankees lead. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. All set for the top of the 6th. Leading off, Ivan Herrera. Swing and a miss.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Inside, almost got him. Out to short, Caballero. Jump throw. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now third baseman, Ramon Urias.
Now the third baseman, Ramon Urias. The pitch. just off the inside edge.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Fires over to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for the Cardinals, the designated hitter,
Nelson Velasquez. Next up for the Cardinals. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. 1-2 now. Got him swinging. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Yankees 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's a big power threat. Aaron Judge. The line to kick the pitch. And that's in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Gathers and throws to first. Judge out on the play. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo
See you win.
Stanton.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air out towards right center. Walker sizes this one up. Hauls it in for the out.
The first baseman, number 22.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman. Two down, nobody on. Pitch in the dirt, and the count is even 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Yanks held in check, but they hold the 2-0 lead. New pitcher for the Yankees, Kevin Castro.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Lars Nootbaar. Kicks and deals. That one out to right. Judge has it sized up. And a quick out, number 1.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Thomas Sajazi getting ready to hit. That's to third. McMahon fires over to first. And they get the out. And up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Two outs. And a base hit right there.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot out
of the bullpen for the Yankees, Tim Hill.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So the lineup flips over. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Tying run at the plate. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And the pitch. Got him swinging. That's out number 3. Tidy work out of the Yankee bullpen there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Yankees 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Bottom of the 7th, and now the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
The center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Right back to him on the mound. Over to first. That takes care of Grisham.
The batter, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That one way inside. When you look at the Yankees and think about all those retired numbers, in fact, no more single digits are available with the exception of 0. Chris, what stands out to you?
Well, for me, it kind of explains why I wore number 80 in spring training with the Yankees, other than the fact I wasn't going to make the team. You look at it, it is pretty difficult, if you would say, as a guy that gets drafted or signs with that team, to think of, man, how am I going to get comfortable with the new number? Because there's not many options left.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one is in for a strike. So many great players have played for the Yankees, the likes of Gehrig and Ruth and DiMaggio and Mantle. And then the other retired numbers that really represent the most recent path of success, led, of course, by number 2, Derek Jeter.
Yeah, and obviously the one that stands out the most is that number 2. So many people familiar with the iconic shortstop, Derek Jeter, and the championships that the Yankees won while he was team captain. Just impressive, but no question about it. The history and all of the legacies of the New York Yankees players over the years is very dynamic.
The 2-1. Wouldn't chase that time. I think it's one of the best all time. An art student at UW-Eau Claire created it. It is super creative, and I think one of the better logos we have in the sport. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
They're the batter now, Jose Caballero. The pitch.
Looking for some insurance, or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
No matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
That one misses. That's 5 straight. Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. Ripped on a line. And that's just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year. Yanks strand a pair. They're up 2-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Camilo Doval.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
So digging in, Mason Wynn. And a 2-1 on the way. He caught it behind his back to first. Nicely done for the out.
Now back the first baseman,
Now up for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. The count 2-1. And a foul ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. cheese for strike 3.
Well, we see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Out to short. Tosses to first. St. Louis goes down in order. Redbirds down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Fernandez. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Here's Cody Bellinger.
For the Yankees, the left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
That's a ball.
And another ball.
2-1.
That's in there. And the count is 2-2. Right-handed reliever. And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
It's Aaron Judge now. One down, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Burleson takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Giancarlo Stanton.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Foul ball there. The pitch. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit hard, that gets through.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
And now the first baseman. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stanton off of first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Yanks lead 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, David Bednar.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball. We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
And that's outside. Dives, and he can't hang on. Still able to get him there in time. And they do get the out.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
He's 2 outs away. Nelson Velasquez digs in now at the belt and fires. Curveball over for a called strike.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
That's a strikeout.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. That one lifted to left. And it stays fair.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Man at first, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Sajazi. The tying run at the plate. Line drive. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. And that keeps the inning alive. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
First and second, 2 down. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. So the tying run at second. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner around third, on his way to the plate. He's safe.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
So the batting order turns over. Victor Scott now at the plate.
Well, they're applying pressure. Quality at-bats, quality swings right now. And see this offense doing it one man to the next. Showing a lot of fight right now. And they're making it difficult for the back end of this bullpen to close out this game.
A little bit low.
That turns out to be a really good take right there. But you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Playing meaningful games in September is always exciting. A win today, first day of the month. This will just add more fuel to the fire.